Hello and welcome back to Green Money Momentum, where we talk about market movements, making money, and money momentum. I'm your host with the most, Trevor, and wow, what a day we saw in one of our favorite plays, QBTS. So we have been talking about this day on our channel. We have been preparing ourselves for this massive jump, and what a massive jump it was. We rose by 46% today. I'm recording this just about 30 minutes after the market closed. So we rose by 46%. Currently at the recording, we are at $10.10. Wow, what a day. This stock has jumped into the double digits, and this just continues the trend that we have been talking about with this stock. So if you've been following the storyline behind the quantum computing sector and D-Wave Quantum, you'll know that there's a lot of intrinsic value in this stock. And when we just look at the technical analysis, we could see that we have been on an upwards bullish trend since January. And so we had these massive candlesticks up. We did fall back down. So there was a cool off with every big jump in quantum. We would cool back down, but we would return right back down to this support line right here. And so recently we fell back to that support line, and we were talking about how on this channel, we were anticipating this day, May 8th, as their big earnings report. And what a big earnings it was. So we have bounced off that trend line. Again, we are in the double digits, so $10.07 as I record this video. And that is again because of their positive earnings. So when we just look at the earnings on the right, we can see that the candlesticks today have dwarfed the rest of their candlesticks with their revenue. And this was actually a predictable movement, as with their last earnings report, which did send the stock up massively in March, the company did project that for this quarter, they were going to have a revenue of 10 million, which supersedes all the other revenues in the quarter where they were just at 2 million. So they didn't just hit 10 million, but they actually hit 15 million. So they hit 15 million, and then they had a better earnings per share than expected. So instead of being at -4 cents, they were at -2 cents. So an absolutely massive day when it came to the earnings for QBTS. Now, looking forward with the stock, I could see us having more of a pump tomorrow. I think the good news is going to continue, especially because the macroeconomic trends in the market do look bullish. So today we also did have the big announcement with the deal between the UK and the US. That combined with the positive bullish earnings from QBTS is what really sent this stock up so massively today. And so with quantum, I really love this sector, and it is such a volatile sector. And the way I have been playing with this personally is with options contracts. So I've been talking a lot about options contracts on this channel, and I do want to educate in the future on how I have been playing with options contracts, because the gains have been absolutely euphoric. So like I say, we saw a massive 40% pump in QBTS today, and I took this opportunity to sell some of my options contracts at some very wealthy profits. So I always write down all of my trades. I have a list here. It helps me keep organized, and I just want to read off these percentage gains in some of the options contracts that I have sold. And I want to say also, before I mention the percent jump, I want to say that I am a long-term bull on quantum. So I still have more options contracts that are set to expire in the future, but I did have some that were set to expire for next week. So I took the opportunity to get some profits in QBTS. And so just the percent gains that we had on some of these option contracts sells 352%, 146%, 442, 342, 350%, and then the last one here, 628% return on investment. So absolutely euphoric. And I was talking with one of my investing buddies earlier, as he is also in quantum, and I was telling him just how I love options contracts so much and how crazy they are, because most times in life when you hear about these insane returns on investments, if somebody tells you, hey, give me $1, I'll give you 10. It almost sounds unrealistic and like it can't be true. But with options contracts, it really is true. And it is just the magic of you tap a few screens on your button, do a little bit of tap a few buttons on your screen, do a little bit of due diligence, and you could really make a ton of money. Myself, I am super excited again about options contracts. I keep talking about them on this channel because I truly believe that they are the greatest financial tool ever created. So if you guys would like to hear more about options contracts, please let me know. Please drop a comment in the section below. Say something along the lines of, I want to learn about options, because I'm telling you, if you understand these options contracts, they're a little difficult to understand at first, but once you get past that difficult stage, they are truly an incredible way to make a ton of money off small movements in the market. So if you do want to learn more, please just drop a comment in the section below. Also, please drop a comment if you are invested into quantum, if you're bullish or bearish. So I would love to see what you guys have to say. Also, please leave a like and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.